Bella, how could you hit me like that? I came here with Anthony to meet you for the first time and talk to you about our wedding plans.
How could I? How dare you ask me that? You sneaked into my house behind my son's back. You had no right to be here. I had to defend myself and my home from you. And don't you dare act like you know me, okay? The thought of you being part of my family makes me want to vomit.
Bella, do you really hate me that much? Do you really hate the idea of me marrying your son? When we spoke on the phone before, you seemed fine with me. You didn't sound like you despised me or him.
Well, I hate you now. Back then, I didn't know who you really were. But now, I can see that you're nothing but a filthy whore. Who would want their son to marry a woman who's been used and discarded by another man?
So, you're unhappy that this is my second marriage?
Yes, I am! And I'm sure this marriage will end just like the first one. You'll get tired of Anthony and dump him for someone else. That's what whores like you do. You can't stay faithful to one man. You always have to look for a new one.
That's not why I left my first husband. Maybe you should listen to me before you judge me. And you should try to get to know me better.
I don't need to listen to you. And I also don't need to know you any better. I already know enough about you. You're a woman with a lot of baggage that I don't want my son to deal with. You probably drove your first husband away with your problems, didn't you?
How can you say that? How can you think you know everything about me?
I have a knack for reading people like you. And I can tell that you're not even working a decent job, are you?
I am working a decent job. I just don't have to go out of my house to do it.
You do know that my son is looking for a job, right? Are you working a job that can support him while he's searching for one?
Right now, I'm the one paying for our expenses.
I know that. And you're only doing that because my son is trying his best to find a suitable job for himself. Do you think that makes you superior to Anthony?
No, I don't think that at all. I think it's rare to find a mother who's okay with her son's wife supporting him.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm not okay with it, you know. I'm not okay with you being his wife at all. I will never let my son be with a woman who's worn out and has nothing to offer. If my punch made you realize that, then good. Now get out of my sight and never show your face to me or my family again, you whore.
You don't feel any remorse for what you did, do you?
Remorse? Why would I feel remorse for punching you? It felt good to hit a hag like you.
Hey, Denisa, calm down, okay? My mom is always like that, you know? She doesn't mean it.
Calm down? You want me to calm down after what she did to me? Are you kidding me? She's always like that. Anthony, she punched me in the face. Is that how she treats everyone? Or just me?
No, that's not what I meant. Look, I know she hit you. I know that it must have hurt a lot, but come on, you don't want to ruin our relationship over this, do you? Please, just let it go. She'll never do it again. And I'm sure she'll learn to accept us soon.
Let it go? You want me to let it go when she could do it again anytime? I was the one who got attacked by her. Don't you care about how I feel?
What? Of course, I care about you, Denisa. I know you're shocked by what happened. That's why I came here to comfort you. I'm not saying you should forgive her, okay?
This is not about me being shocked, Anthony. This is about how she didn't even listen to me. Now she just resorted to violence without any reason. I think I should call the police and report her.
What? Why would you do that? Call the police? That won't help anything. That will only make things worse. You're overreacting, Denisa. You're not really going to call the police, are you?
Overreacting? You think I'm overreacting? Are you serious, Anthony? She punched me in the face, Anthony. And you think that's not a big deal? Are you on her side, Anthony? Is that it? Are you siding with her against me?
I'm not on anyone's side, Denisa. But
what? You should be on my side, Anthony. You're my fiancé, and you saw her hit me for no reason. And you know what she thinks of me, right? She thinks I'm a whore, a used-up whore. Why didn't you defend me, Anthony? Why didn't you tell her the truth?
What? Well, wait a minute, Denisa. She's not entirely wrong, you know.
What did you just say? You don't think she's wrong to call me a whore? What the hell, Anthony?
Well, I mean, you were married before, right? I don't remember why you divorced your ex, but
You don't remember? You don't remember why I left him? I can't believe this. I think this is it. I think we're done. You don't know anything about me, Anthony. And we've been together for years.
what? Done? You can't be serious, Denisa. You can't break up with me just like that. Hold on, Denisa. Why are you doing this? I know I'm not perfect, but I love you.
I'm sorry, Anthony, but this is not working for me. The way you see me, the way you treat me, it's not what I want from a husband. I'm going to call the police and report your mom. And then I'm going to rip up the marriage papers we signed.
Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Because you don't care about me, Anthony. You only care about yourself. You may not see it, but that's the truth.
But even if we're not going to be engaged to one another anymore, you still love me as your boyfriend, right? You just want to see how things will pan out for a little bit here, and you'll still be my girlfriend, right?
Nope. You and I are breaking up.
Huh? Wait a second, Denisa. I'm not gonna allow you to leave me like that. Why do you think you have to break up with me?
Because you are a self-centered loser who doesn't care about how I feel anymore. I'm sure the only reason you still even want to be with me now is because without me, you'd never be able to join my company, right?
No, it's not just that.
I get it now. I get what you and your mom are about, and I'm not sticking around for it. Goodbye forever.
Hold on for just a second, Denisa.
Bella, I'm no longer going to be getting married to Anthony now. I just thought it'd be kind of me to let you know that this is the way things have ended up.
Great hearing from you that you're going to do. That makes me very happy. I don't have to worry myself too much anymore thinking about how a whore like you could have been part of my family. So now be aware that you are never allowed anywhere near my family, ever again. And of course, that also means no more meeting with Anthony anymore, alright?
Alright, since even you're asking that from me now, then I'm definitely not ever going to go around Anthony again.
And if you try to get Anthony to do anything to me, I'll make you pay for it. He is a kind man after all. And if he was to side with you after this, I'd have a really hard choice to make.
Of course, I'm not going to do anything to get him to go against you. I'm not going to even talk to Anthony anymore. I will hold true to my promise that he and I are through. And I will not be talking with any of you anymore.
It's great to see that a whore like you at least has somewhat of a head on your shoulders. I'm happy to see that. But Denisa, do remember that I really hate women that don't know how to treat their man right when it comes to me. Before my husband passed away, I spent every second of my life devoting myself to him and only him. So seeing someone like you, who finds it fun to sleep around with all kinds of men, and move from one to another looking for marriage, is totally disgusting.
Why are you starting to say that I sleep around with other men now as well?
You happen to be divorced by your last husband, so I'm aware of what the reason for that was for he divorced you because you were sleeping with other men, right? And so I'm never going to let my important little man be in the arms of someone as unfaithful as you.
You don't have to worry yourself with me anymore. I was never planning on marrying Anthony for what little money he has, or anything like that anyway. Now just remember, Bella, that after this, even if you try once to sway me back into marrying Anthony, it's not happening. And you're not going to regret me not wanting to marry him anymore, right?
Why do you think I'd ever regret him not ending up with you? I'm so happy to see you leaving that I might be grinning for days from here on out. I'm going to help him find a proper woman to be married to. Someone who's never been married before, and is willing to give everything for Anthony.
Is that right? Well, then good luck finding a woman for him like that.
Goodbye forever, you disgusting loser.
Mom, you ruined everything. Why did you have to punch Denisa like that?
I'm so sorry, Anthony. I didn't mean to shock you. But listen, Anthony, I did it for your own good, okay? I know you can do better than her. You deserve a better woman.
You didn't do me any good. You did me a lot of harm. It's all your fault, Mom. that my future is shattered.
Anthony, was she really that important to you? That you'd blame me for this? She was a whore, Anthony. You should marry a loyal and beautiful woman. And before you do that, you need a job. Let me help you find one. I have some contacts.
I had a job lined up. A job at Denise's company.
What? Denisa has a company?
Yes, Denisa is the CEO of her own company. And it's not just any company, Mom. It's a famous company. A company that's been on TV many times. It makes millions every year. And it's going to be one of the biggest and best in the world.
What? That woman owns a company like that?
Do you have any idea how hard I worked to get close to her? To get a position in her company? She's a gorgeous woman, Mom. A woman who's been on magazines and TV shows. I was going to marry and work with someone who would have made my life perfect. But now look.
I'm sorry, Anthony. I didn't know any of that.
And you know what else, Mom? I bet you're running out of Dad's money, aren't you? If I had got into Denise's company, I could have sent you money every month. But now, you've screwed us both over.
Well, if I had known all this, I wouldn't have yelled at her or hit her. Why didn't you tell me that she owned a successful company? That she was going to hire you?
You think I could tell you that? That she was the one who gave me a job?
Hey, don't be like that, Anthony. I wouldn't have judged you for that.
Well, it doesn't matter now, does it? This is all your fault, Mom. And it'll always be your fault. Denisa said she's going to call the police on you. She has a lot of lawyers on her side. You better be prepared for that.
Hey, whose side are you on, Anthony? It sounds like you care more about her than your own mother.
I'm not on anyone's side, Mom. I tried to help you by telling Denisa to forget about you. But you went too far. And that's why this is happening to us. She dumped me, Mom. She kicked me out of her penthouse. I have nowhere to go. All because you couldn't control your temper.
Well, you can always come back and live with me. How about that? You can come back to your mama, and we can be happy together again like we used to be.
Are you kidding me, Mom? You think that's a solution? You think that's what I want? You don't care about me, Mom. You only care about yourself. You're always jealous of anyone I love. Anyone who makes me happy.
I don't ever feel lonely or jealous. I really just want for you to be happy, Anthony.
You liar. All you've done so far is ruin any chance of happiness I was ever going to have. I don't want to even talk with you anymore, Mom. I'm cutting all ties with you.
You'd do that to me? Wait a second, Anthony.
Don't you ever try calling or texting me again. Alright?
Denisa, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were such a successful businesswoman. You have your own company, and it's very impressive. Please, do me a favor and marry Anthony.
No way, forget it.
Please, Denisa, I'm begging you. I know I messed up big time. You could report me to the police for what I did to you. I don't care. But the only condition is that you marry Anthony, please.
Anthony told you everything, didn't he? That we broke up because of you and that he's angry with me?
He's a jerk for shouting at me like that. He's supposed to be a good son to his mother.
Well, if he's such a good son, then he should have no problem finding another bride, right? Why would he want to marry a dirty slut like me when he's so perfect?
Denisa, I realize that Anthony loves you and you love him. He's the one for you. If you don't marry him, he'll cut me off. So please, Denisa, do this for me. Marry Anthony like you wanted to.
You made me a promise, remember? Just a few hours ago, you said that no matter what, I wouldn't have to marry Anthony. And you said you wouldn't regret it, right?
Wait, forget what I said.
You're breaking your promise. Bella, you called me a dirty slut because I got divorced from my ex-husband. And now, after all the horrible things you did and said to me, you want to take back your words just to save your own skin?
Oh no.
I'm going to keep my promise. I'm a decent person, unlike you. I don't care about marrying Anthony anymore. And I'm going to tell the police how you hit me. You better find a good lawyer because you're going to pay me a lot of money.
Why is everything falling apart?
It's simple. You judged me without knowing me, and then you attacked me.
I didn't judge you wrong, Denisa. I had plenty of reasons. You were the one who cheated on your ex-husband, and that's why he divorced you, right? That's the truth. I had every right to stop my son from marrying a cheater.
I never cheated on anyone in my life.
Then why did he divorce you? It's always the woman's fault when there's a divorce.
The truth is, we never got divorced.
What? Then you're still seeing your ex? You are a slut and a liar and a witch.
My husband died 5 years ago in an accident.
What?
I never cheated on him. We never got divorced. We loved each other until the end, and I still love him. He was more than my husband. He was my partner in business and my best friend.
Really? I had no idea.
I know that, Bella. And neither did Anthony know a thing about that. And that's why the two of you just assumed I had gotten a divorce or something back then. Anthony never would listen to the whole story. I'd tell him, as he'd always nod off halfway through. And in your case, you never even gave me the chance to tell you.
But listen, Denisa, I'm on your side now, right? I myself had my husband pass away a little while ago, so I completely sympathize with how you feel right now. I promise that whatever I had said to you before, I take it back, and we never speak of it again.
I don't care about that. The fact that you treated me like total crap, and even went as far as hitting me over not liking who you thought I was, will never go away. I'm going through with what I told both of you, and that's telling the police about you and breaking up with Anthony.
Hey, now please! I really did some bad things to you, Denisa, but I've learned my lesson now and will never judge you like that again.
And you should be learning your lesson after something like this.
Are you really never going to find a way to forgive me and let this all go?
At this point, it's not about me forgiving you or not forgiving you. You did something you were not supposed to do no matter the situation. And I'm afraid you might do it again someday.
Well, do you even have evidence of me punching like you said?
Excuse me?
I'm asking if you even have any evidence of me hitting you like you keep saying I did.
No, wait, repeat that one more time for me, Bella.
You said you're going to tell the police about this ride, but I've never once punched you at any point in my life.
Bella, is this your attempt at trying to run away from things again? Well, I guess I can't do anything to stop you. I mean, your son is going to pay for all this just as much as you, but you're still only thinking about yourself in the end.
I'm asking you to show me what evidence you have of me ever punching you at any time. You must have something, right? You don't? Well, then perhaps it's time you stop trying to threaten me with such BS.
Dang, you really got me this time, Bella. I'm going to assume you saying you learned your lesson was all just a lie to try and save your own skin.
Oh, I have learned my lesson, Denisa. I should have listened to you a bit more to learn that your husband is in fact dead, and you never cheated on him. But I'm not going to sit here and feel sorry over something I never did to you.
Well, Bella, when you have to show up to the courtroom and you still act like a smartass, you'll find that there will be nobody there who's willing to listen to your crap. Is that really what you want to do? You really want to keep acting that way, only increasing the amount of repercussions there will be for yourself?
The only problem that's occurring right now is you trying to sue me for something I never did. I want you to send it to me right now. The evidence you have of me punching you.
Alright then, take a look at this video for me.
Well, wait a second. What is that? You were taking a video of that?
Actually, my company specializes in selling security and recording goods used for people that want to avoid being falsely accused of anything in the future, or to help them win court cases. And a lot of the things we make happen to be accessories that have small cameras and microphones in them for instances like these. We also dabble in drive recorders and things like that for cars, but our specialty are things much more personal.
What?
I have footage of you verbally assaulting me at first, all the way to you physically assaulting me. And I also have the audio from that. So everyone in the courtroom will be able to witness it all unfold. But hold on, you said you never laid a finger on me, right?
No, this is all made up. This is all fake.
Go ahead and claim that. But just know your last effort to try and get away has failed. Isn't this camera amazing? I'd love for you to buy yourself and give it a try sometime.
What is wrong with you?
Well then, Bella, I'll be seeing you in court the next time we speak. And I'm now raising the amount I'll ask for in the settlement after what you just tried pulling there.
Why? Why are you doing this?
I really hope that after the court case, you learn a valuable lesson. Please and thank you. Well, this was all a bunch of fun, right? You almost had me in the first half there, but that punch and your mama's boy son really sealed the deal in making me hate the both of you. That was a close one.
Hey, I really am sorry for what happened. I understand that it's really hard to go through life after losing your loved one like that. That's why I always hated hearing these stories about other people leaving the people they thought they loved because one of them cheated. Why do they get to keep their partners and take them for granted, but not us, right?
I almost sort of understand what you mean there, but that's not a good enough reason for calling me such horrible things and then punching me. You know that, right? No matter how much you try and get me to feel bad for you or apologize to me, I'm not going to forgive you.
Is there really no way for me to show you that? I'm really sorry. I'm asking you to please listen to me. If you let me talk about myself a little more, I'm sure you'll understand how I was feeling then.
Stop it with all that sobbing, would you? I don't care to listen to your useless sob story and waste all my time. Bella is history to me now. I blocked her number and everything else. Anthony kept begging me to give him another chance, but I don't trust him anymore. I threw him out of my penthouse, and then I moved to a smaller place, more suitable for a single woman like me. Soon after, Bella faced me in court, and it was a piece of cake for me. She tried to use her husband's death as an excuse for hitting me, but no one believed her. It didn't help that I showed the jury screenshots of her denying that she ever punched me, which made her look even worse. When she saw that everyone in court was sick of her lies and pity, she slumped in her seat and looked like a corpse. I got a lot of money from her in the settlement, and I'm waiting for it to arrive. Anthony has cut off all ties with his mom, and he ignores her whenever she tries to contact him or find him. I heard that Bella is so lonely and desperate that she's stalking Anthony to see where he goes. As for Anthony, he couldn't find a job, so he had to leave the city and work in some rural area. With no one left by her side and most of her husband's money gone, I wonder what Bella is doing with her life now. As for me, I've lost interest in marriage, and I'm focusing on my work. My company is doing great, and I'm planning to grow it even more. And until I meet a man who deserves me, I'll treat my work as my lover, and I'll do it all with my late husband in my mind.